Why do you insist on constantly writing in that worthless old book of yours? No one is ever going to read it. No one cares about the details of your meaningless existence, Casimir. Not even your little Romanian prince cares enough about you to read it, even if you allowed him to.
Don't talk about Alexander.
Oh, but I have every right to talk about the miserable boy whom you've chosen over your own sire. It's pathetic, Casimir. He's not even your child. He's Vladimir's child.
You are the one who led me to him to begin with. You are the one who convinced me to use and manipulate him.
Da, for the purposes of our revenge against Nikolai and Vladimir. And you couldn't even manage that. You weren't supposed to fall in love with him. Stop writing in that goddamn book, Casimir!
I need this written record of my life to help me remember what is real and what is you.
Oh, but I am very real, darling. We've had this discussion.
But you're not real. You can't possibly be real. You're dead, Laszlo.
Am I?
Yes, you've been dead a very long time. And we've had this discussion. You died in my arms. Then I dragged your body to our old lair, I set it on fire, and I watched you burn. But it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not listening to you anymore. You lied to me and manipulated me throughout my entire life. Even after Nikolai killed you, I'm still tormented by this voice in my head that I think is you. That voice encouraged me to embrace Cachette in Dresden. That voice insisted that I kept a constant watch on Vladimir's movements over the centuries. That voice convinced me to manipulate Alexander against his own sire. That voice hounded me to give up my search for Alexander when he disappeared, and berated me for feeling the way I do about him. That voice baited me into what could have very well been my last act on this earth. It convinced me that throwing myself into battle with one of the world's most ancient vampires was actually a good idea. I bet you didn't expect Nikolai to show me all of your dirty little secrets, did you?
He didn't share all of them with you, little one.
What do you mean by that?
He revealed my secrets, but he didn't reveal yours.
Why am I still listening to you? You'd think I would learn to properly ignore you after nearly 1,000 years.
It's really quite a shame that he didn't bother to tell you. I'm sure your brother and 2 sisters would be overjoyed to know that they have a long-lost half-brother.
What did you just say?
Oh, my darling Casimir, you know how much I despise repeating myself.
Did you say that I have a brother and 2 sisters?
I did say that, didn't I? Oh, but why are you still listening to me?
Tell me, Laszlo, please.
I could be persuaded.
By what means?
By the only thing I had ever wanted from you, Casimir. Your eternal, perpetual loyalty.
And so you have it, as always, Master Master.
Good boy, my dear, sweet Casimir. It is interesting to note that you are already aware of the existence of your own half-brother. In fact, you have acquired a rather beneficial business relationship with him over the last century.
What are you talking about?
Your Russian brother, my darling, Ivan Braginsky.
What?
And of course, your Ukrainian and Belarusian sisters, Yekaterina Braginskaya and Natalia Orlovskaya.
How is that possible? They are all nations. I'm not a nation.
No, darling, you're not. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Your mother was Marina, the Slavic goddess of death and winter, but she isn't important. Your father, on the other hand, was once known as the Kievan Rus, and he not only fathered you, but eventually Ivan, Yekaterina, and Natalia as well. And that made you an aspiring kingdom once upon a time, the kingdom of Scythia.
If any of that is remotely true, how is it that I don't already know? Why don't I remember any of this?
Because I ensured that you wouldn't, my darling. You awoke as a vampire with no memory of your previous life. Don't you recall? I used a powerful spell to erase your memory, Casimir. I had to do it, don't you see? There was no other way to mold you into my perfect child. But you failed me even then. I wanted you to keep the memories of your existence as the kingdom of Scythia, but my dark magic was too much for your weak human body and newly born vampiric form.
You could have just told me! You didn't have to erase my entire existence!
The Hunnic Empire ravaged your land, and you were annexed by your own father, who eventually divided the land amongst your siblings years after the fact. Ironic, isn't it, that you later went on to embrace Cachette, the personification of the very empire that murdered you. I suppose it's fitting that in doing so, it destroyed what was left of the Huns. He killed you first, and then you simply returned the favor. That?
Cachette didn't murder me. You did! And you were the one who convinced me to embrace it! You encouraged me to murder the Hunnic Empire! Or at least I thought it was you.
He would have just died in that clearing if you hadn't embraced him, Casimir. In murdering him, you saved him, just as I did with you.
You didn't save me. You robbed me of the life I was destined to have!
A life you would have been miserable living, you ungrateful child! You should be thanking me for granting you this existence you're living now.
Thanking. I despise you for everything you've done to me.
You may want to reconsider that, Casimir. You've repeatedly sworn your undying loyalty to me, little darling, and I fully expect to collect on that.
Just go away! Stop talking to me! I don't want to hear it in my head anymore! Laszlo? Master? No, I didn't mean it! Please don't leave me now. Not like this. Not after everything you've just told me. Laszlo, please!
When you decide you are mature enough to handle this, know that I am here to help you.
Nikolai, I don't know if you can hear me, or if I should even be doing this, but I could really use your help.
you came. I honestly didn't think you would.
How can I assist you, child?
Well, it's sort of a long story, but I was sort of hoping you could confirm a few things for me. Some secrets that I've recently uncovered. And I'm quite sure that you are the only other person, living or dead, who would know any of this. I hope.
Are you going to continue with your long drawn-out introduction, or are you going to tell me these secrets you've just uncovered?
Do you know who I originally was? Before Laszlo embraced me. Do you know anything of my life before that?
Da, but by the sudden urge to discover a long-hidden past.
Because I don't remember it. And I've recently discovered what may be the truth of my former life. But I can't confirm it on my own if I don't remember any of it.
And how have you acquired this information?
A source who wishes to remain anonymous.
Really? There are only 4 people on this planet that know of this information. I am one of them. The other 3 are dead.
I found an old journal of Laszlo's, if you really must know. And please don't ask to see it, because I burned it to ash shortly after reading it. I know it was a stupid thing to do, but after reading what I did, I was upset.
What is this information you need confirmed, Casimir?
In the journal, Laszlo said that my mother was a goddess named Marina, that my father was the Kievan Rus, and that I was the kingdom of Scythia.
He was very descriptive in that journal. And that's true.
And then that means I have 3 half-siblings.
Da, Ivan Braginsky, Yekaterina Braginskaya, and Natalia Orlovskaya. Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus, respectively.
But both of my parents are dead.
Da, in a way. However, communicating with either of them would be extremely difficult.
And what the hell does that mean?
Your divine mother, not surprisingly, has reigned in purgatory for the last 2,000 years. Your father later moved on to marry a woman that would eventually kill him. But he resurrected in spirit form and is now known as General Winter.
Do they know I'm alive? Do they know what happened to me?
No. They assumed you dead long ago.
Of course they did.
Listen, Casimir. This is a lot of information that will take some time to process. If you need me again, know that I am here. And if you happen to find any more of those old journals, I would like to read them before you burn them, if you don't mind.
Got the stars, look how they shine for you. And everything you do, they were all yellow. Came along, I wrote a song for you, and everything you do, and it was all yellow. So then I took my turn. What a thing to have done. It was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. You know I love you so. You know I love you so. It was all yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn to something beautiful. You know I bleed myself to ride. For you I bleed myself to
Vlad, stop, Vlad!
Naiba, eu mai pare rău, dragul meu. Ești bine? I mean, I'm sorry. Are you alright?
I think so.
How do you feel? Are you weak? Lightheaded? Are you in any pain?
Babe, calm down. I mean, I feel a little woozy, but it's not like the last time you bit me, you know?
It doesn't feel like that at all? Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Won't see mess, Dumnezeu.
I mean, I feel like I'm a little drunk, but I haven't been drinking.
Don't worry about that, darling. It will only last an hour or two. It's an effect of the bite to keep victims calm and relaxed. This is how a normal feeding is supposed to work. But at least now we know that the risk of turning you is only present in October. Honestly, I kind of expected as much.
Wait. So this was an experiment?
What? No, Draga, not at all. I swear I didn't mean to bite you. I just sort of lost control, I guess. I haven't really had the chance to properly feed in about a month.
What?
I always refrain from feeding during the Olympics. It's safer that way, what with all the crowds. And prior to the Olympics, I was stressed out over having to return to Russia for the first time since my revolution. And so I neglected it. But I didn't do it on purpose, not exactly.
Hey, you gotta tell me when you do shit like that.
So you'll know to avoid me?
No, so I'll know when to nag you when to eat when you're supposed to.
This is serious, Alfred.
I know, I'm being totally serious.
But I don't think that you fully understand the magnitude of what almost happened just now. We could have repeated what happened on Halloween a year and a half ago.
But we didn't. Man, you and my dad sure love using that phrase could have, don't ya?
Sometimes you have to take those things into consideration, Alfred. Or else you risk greater danger the next time you're faced with it.
Great, then consider it. But if you just run away from it, you'll end up living in fear. Just like my dad.
I'm not running from it, Alfie. But I am frightened. I'm frightened of the day that I hurt you again. And the possibility that I would be unable to fix it.
But that won't happen. I won't let it happen again. I'm the hero, remember?
Draga, I know you're the hero. But you can't always be the hero. You couldn't be your own hero 2 Halloweens ago, could you?
Yeah, well, you weren't your own hero 2 Halloweens ago either.
I'm not the one trying to be the hero all the time.
And who was the hero last Halloween, huh?
You were, darling. You were my hero last Halloween. There is no doubt about that. But I also very nearly bit you again last Halloween.
But you didn't. How many times do I have to say that?
You're missing the point, Alfred.
Yeah, and what's the point?
My point is, you are in constant danger when you are with me.
Look, I know that there are risks, okay? I know that there's a potential for danger. Things that people in normal relationships don't have to worry about. But I keep telling you, dude, I don't care about any of that. I'm willing to take those risks because I love you.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I will swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anywhere I would have followed you. Oh, say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. Say something.
And he confirmed all of it, Kedvashem. The kingdom of Scythia, my half-siblings, my parents, all of it. Of course, normally I might be skeptical, but he's the only other person who could have possibly known. And I don't think that he would have any reason to lie to me. At least not anymore. And not about something like this.
And this journal of Laszlo's you said you found? It doesn't exist, does it?
Was that lie truly so superficial?
Oh, no, it's a good story. But I know you better, Cosmere. If you found something of Laszlo's, you wouldn't burn it, no matter how upset you might have been. And so how did you discover all of these details about your mortal life?
You'll think me mad if I tell you.
I already think you mad, Mikumeo Peanjin. But it's one of the things I love about you.
Laszlo told me himself.
What?
He talks to me. In my mind, when no one else is around. He's been doing it for as long as I can remember. Ever since he died.
Kazi, you know how crazy that sounds, right?
Why the hell do you think I haven't told you until now?
Darling, I understand that Laszlo is a pretty powerful vampire. But even the most ancient of vampires cannot continue to telepathically communicate with their children beyond the grave.
He must have found a way. I know it's him, Alexandru. I know his voice.
Listen, it's your mind playing tricks on you. I would know all about that, being in solitude for over a century and all.
But I'm not in solitude, darling.
No, but you've discovered many life-altering truths in the last year. And your mind can't handle it, Raga. So you're seeing and hearing things that aren't truly there.
Well, I never actually see him. I only hear him. but I've been hearing him for centuries. Kedlashem, how do you explain that?
Laszlo's death took a severe toll on you. Even after all of the lies that he told you, isn't it possible that you've been grieving over that loss ever since? I mean, you did just say that it started after he died.
Yet, Alexandro, I'm telling you, it is real. It has to be real. I knew you'd think me mad, but I'm telling you, I'm not crazy.
I'm not saying you're mad, but you could use some rest. And have you fed recently?
Stop treating me like a child. Don't you realize that I have kept this secret to myself for almost 1,000 years? And you are the one I choose to share it with, and you don't even believe me.
I'm going out for a while, and perhaps when I return we can actually have a rational discussion about this. You see? I told you he doesn't care about you, Casimir. And on top of that, he thinks you're absolutely mad. And I have to be honest with you, my darling. If I were in his position, I would probably think the same way.
Shut up.
So you see once again that I am right. And you should be grateful that I'm still here with you to tell you these things, darling. You'd be so lost without me.
Shut the hell up.
You never should have rescued him from his tomb, Casimir. He'll only betray you in the end. He'll return to Vladimir because Vladimir is his sire. And with Tristan already gone, it will only be you and Keshet. Until he leaves you as well like all the others.
Shut the fuck up!
But there's no need to worry, darling. I will always be here with you, to guide you in these things. Because you clearly can't handle it yourself. You do realize that there's only one way to solve all this, don't you?
No, I don't. But I'm quite sure that you're going to tell me.
The key has been dangling in front of you for 3 years now, and you're too blind to realize it.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
The American, darling. Vladimir's American.
What about him? You said he was expendable. A waste of time and effort. And why does any of this matter anyway? I don't care about Vladimir anymore. I'm no longer following through with this revenge plot of yours.
And how quickly you'll change your mind about that when your precious Alexandru returns to his sire. Don't you see, Casimir? It is your destiny to kill Vladimir. He is the one thing that stands between you and your eternal happiness. He always has been.
But Nikolai...
Nikolai only wants to turn you against me. You should not have called on him, Casimir. He doesn't want to help you. Why would he after you've spent the last 1,000 years stalking him and his child? He will continue to use his child to torment us. Killing Vladimir is the only means to an end.
And what makes you think that Nikolai won't try to stop me?
If you lure Vladimir here and kill him before Nikolai realizes he's gone, then you won't have that problem. Your children and Alexandru were too incompetent to kill Vladimir last year, and so this time you'll accomplish the task yourself.
And what does the American have to do with it?
He'll serve as your bait, of course. And just think about this, Casimir. Wouldn't it give you immense satisfaction to bring pain and suffering to the one human nation on Earth that Vladimir cherishes above all others? Imagine the devastated look on the Romanian brat's face when he arrives to rescue his lover, only to find him slaughtered by your hands. He'll be crushed. It will be an easy kill.
I don't think I should do this, Laszlo.
You have no other choice, darling. Oh, hey, there you are. I woke up from a nightmare and you weren't in bed with me. So I came looking for you. Since when do you bring your dinner home?
Damn it, Alfred! Ce faci aici? Trebuie să fii adormit!
Whoa, dude, what the fuck? Who the hell was that poor guy?
Dinner. Just a poor, hapless Romanian who made the mistake of straying a little bit too close to my castle.
I thought you said you didn't kill your victims.
Oh, I don't, normally. But you were never supposed to see anything like that.
The biting part or the killing part?
Both. But now you've seen firsthand just how dangerous I truly am, Draga.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you lately? This isn't you.
No, this is me, Alfred. I am a dangerous, disgusting creature. And you are either too blind or too stupid to realize it. I've been trying to show you this for nearly as long as I've known you. But you truly are as stubborn and naive as your father. But you should have listened to him when he tried to convince you to stay the hell away from me. Where the hell do you think you're going? Alfred, what in the hell do you think you're doing? You realize you're proving my point right now about you being so much like your father? Alfred, would you at least answer me?
This is what you wanted me to fucking do. You keep pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. You even killed a guy in front of me. Okay? I get it. You don't want me here.
I never said I didn't want you here. Alfred, I do want you here. It's just too dangerous. I know you don't understand that, but trust me, the farther away from me you are, the safer you will be.
Right. Because I'm too stupid to understand?
I'm sorry. Alfred, I didn't mean to say.
Why'd you even give me this?
What do you mean? I gave it to you because I love you. Alfie, of course, it's meant to protect you.
Jeez, you want me here, but you don't. Make up your mind.
I do want you here, Alfie, but you can't be here. I love you, and that's why I don't want to hurt you again.
So then I'm going, and you can have this.
No, Alfred. Please keep the ring. Not because it came from me, but because it will protect you. Please.
Fine. Whatever. I'm still going. I'm not coming back. I'll see you at world meetings if you ever decide to show up to one.
Alfred. Umem pohľadať rávka, treba je sa fiaša, drag meu. Tavarog. Șticae o mă voi iubi. Te pentru restul eternitate.
What's all that mean?
Just a few parting words.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Bye.